Hello friends, I'm Dani Walker. If you've never been on my channel, thank you for clicking this episode. I hope that you will continue to come back by subscribing and hitting the notifications bell so that you know when new episodes come out every week. Today's episode is brought to you by Rehearsed to Relatable. If you're a pageant contestant and you need to know what a personal brand is and how to create one and how you can use it to stand out in your interview, then click the description below. I am finally leaving Tulsa today after Miss USA, and I've been reading a lot of questions in my comment section regarding Miss USA's prep for Miss Universe, and everybody is so concerned. They're really confused about the entire timeline. So what I want to quickly do is recap what has happened due to COVID and how it changed the dates for pageants. So if you guys have noticed, typically in the past several years, the Miss Universe pageant was held in December. And once again, this year, it will be held in December. In 2019, it was in December. I remember because I was there. But unfortunately, in 2020, instead of it being held in December, it was pushed all the way to May. Okay, so that is why Andrea Meza is going to have one of the historically shortest years as Miss Universe. People were also confused and upset about that. If we didn't hold the Miss Universe competition for the 2020 year at all, that means essentially you're skipping a year of title holders. And then what do you do with 80 to 90 countries that were told that they were going to Miss Universe and suddenly they don't go to Miss Universe? So I understand and I appreciate the decision to allow these contestants to compete, even if it meant having a shorter reign, because there are still so many benefits to winning that Miss Universe title. So keep in mind the 2020 title was then pushed out to May of 2021. Now, shortly after that, I believe it was after that, they announced that Crystal Stewart, former Miss USA 2008, would be directing now the Miss USA and Miss Teen USA organization. So that meant that Crystal had less than a year to plan a pageant and prepare her national title holder and get that title holder to the international competition, because Miss Universe wanted to get everything put back on track. So now the 2021 competition is once again in December, meaning less than a year, right? We're following, right? May to December, less than a year. So that's not a lot of time. That's why I said in my Miss USA recap of the show, guys, Crystal made a lot of changes this year. I think there were a lot of great things. I know there's a lot of things that people still think that should be changed, myself included. Let's give her some time. She had less than a year to take this on, and that is a really, really huge deal. That's a huge task. So now let's talk about Miss USA and her preparation. Because Crystal Stewart took over the Miss USA organization, that meant that we lost a lot of our previous sponsors. I don't want to say lost, but maybe their contracts weren't renewed because Crystal wanted to go in a different direction. So one of those sponsors is Sherry Hill, which is why we didn't see the contestants wearing Sherry Hill opening numbers. Now, our new Miss USA happened to win in a Sherry Hill gown this year, which is just sort of funny that Sherry is still winning, right? And that gown was customized by Henry's Cloud 9, which is a sponsor of Proctor Productions. Proctor Productions are the directors for Ohio, Michigan, Kentucky, and now Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania and Kentucky are their most recent state franchises. And so they typically work with Henry's Cloud 9, which is located in Ohio. It's a really popular gown store for bridal, prom, and pageant in the United States. So that's a little bit of details on Elle's state gown. Kind of went down another road there. If you guys are interested in supporting the channel, then you can also check out my merch store, which is linked below as well. I just dropped some new products in there. People were really, really worried because Miss USA's crowning was Monday. It is now currently Wednesday. After Monday, they flew Elle to Houston, Texas. And to put this in perspective, guys, that is probably around an hour or less than an hour flight. It took me 38 minutes to fly from Dallas to Tulsa, Oklahoma, because the states are neighboring. And I want to mention that because we have lots of international viewers, and I just want to put it in perspective how close that she was to Texas. So she immediately went to Texas. They gave her beautiful accommodations, which really excited me because I have been hoping to see our Miss USA queens be truly treated like a queen as they are in other countries. I see incredible accommodations in countries like South Africa, Indonesia, Thailand, the Philippines. Amazing things are done for their queens, and I think we can do so much more for ours. So I'm really happy to see that. So she went to Houston, Texas to get fitted, and what I had heard was that basically everything that our new Miss USA needs is ready to go. How do they do that? How is that possible? When you compete at Miss USA, you submit your measurements to the organization. They use that so then they can figure out, okay, about how many swimsuits are we going to need in this particular size, how many in this cup size, and then they bring, you know, of course they're bringing a few extras, but they have to have an idea of what are we actually taking to the show when it comes to that, and then as well as sponsored wardrobe as well. So for introductions. So you have her general measurement, which means what you can do is take your outfits and size them according to your largest contestant on stage and then alter down. And that's what it looks like they did. If you were following her Instagram stories, she was in Crystal Stewart's Miss Academy, which essentially is like a pageant training academy. She likes to refer to it like a modern day finishing school. So we saw a little clip and you can see Elle is wearing a yellow, looks like an interview style or kind of a cocktail dress, and they're gonna alter all of it. So they're just gonna take in all of her clothes. Now the other great thing that I'm excited about that I wasn't sure about, but now I have heard it is happening, is that Michael Cinco now is a sponsor of Miss USA. Thrilled, okay? Thrilled. It has been said that because Michael Cinco is a sponsor that she will be wearing a Michael Cinco gown to Miss Universe. Like, I could cry, right? I could cry. Truly custom. Gonna be a gorgeous creation. Y'all know his gowns are gorgeous. Okay, we've seen quite a few Miss Universes wear his styles to farewells, to events. We've seen people compete in them. They're just gorgeous. So I am very excited for our Miss USA that she is gonna get to wear such a stunning gown. I have faith in Michael's designing abilities, and I'm just thrilled about it. So what they're gonna do obviously is, I'm sure, have several styles for her, which undoubtedly are gonna be stunning, and then they're gonna alter that to her and she's ready to go. So today she is actually departing for Israel, and what some of you have left in the comments is that the contestants, because this is such a huge event, right? This, the nation knows about it, the local government is very familiar about this, so I've heard that the contestants that are coming later have received exemptions to enter the country. So Miss USA, as far as we know, she is getting there, and as long as she tests negative, she is going to be competing for that title. So this is a very, very exciting. Now, the other thing I want to say about this, because I know you guys are so worried about her preparation, is to keep in mind that the date for Miss USA was announced a long time ago, and so was the date for Miss Universe. So the contestants this year knew going in that they would have to be Miss Universe ready, and undoubtedly, I'm sure they told the judges that. I believe that Elle is actually Miss Universe ready, and the good thing about just competing for a national title and going straight to the international title is you have no downtime. You have no downtime to kind of like relax, get into any old bad habits. Like, you have been working and working and working and practicing your walk and working on your interview skills all the way up until that point of your national pageant. So it's like you're on a roll. Just keep it going. So I know a lot of people are worried about that, but actually sending contestants late in the game to Miss Universe is not the most uncommon thing. But Miss USA, obviously people are going to talk about that sash factor, and so she's got a lot of followers and it's just more noticeable. But guys, a lot of other countries send their contestants in a short amount of time, less than 1 month from their national crowning, they will send them straight to the Miss Universe competition. For example, you know, I've seen France do that in the past, right? And obviously they've done well, especially in recent years. And so it's just one way, it is one strategy that sometimes works, sometimes doesn't, you never know. But other countries choose to go the opposite way. And what they do is they'll crown a queen, they'll let her reign for a year, and then then after that, she really is starting that Miss Universe prep. She has several months before the Miss Universe competition. So you can either stagger your title holders, you can crown them very, very early and then have them compete later on after they've crowned their successor. And that is what happened this year with Montana. Our pageants are always held in September, and because of what happened with all of the date changes, our 2021 Miss Montana, she was crowned in September 2020. She was supposed to compete several months later as we normally do in 2021, but that competition didn't happen, right? Miss USA was pushed all the way until November. So she crowned the 2022 title holder in September, as she normally would, and then she had several months to prepare for Miss USA while our 2022 title holder is just doing her thing, having her reign, and she's excited because then she doesn't have to compete until sometime next year. So she's got lots of prep time. So there are two different ways to go about it, but I don't think that Miss USA going straight from USA to Israel should really be something that we're too concerned about, because the judges, I'm sure, were taking into consideration, we need a girl that's Miss Universe ready. And normally you would be able to pick normally that could affect the results of a pageant when okay, she has several months, we can change a couple of things. There was no room for that. I've judged pageants where they have told me it's okay if the girl is not perfect. That's okay. We would rather take the girl that's like the diamond in the rough, that we can work with, that we can adjust things and get her ready for that next level, than taking the girl that looks like the winner on the day of the finale. Yes, that does happen in pageants. It just depends on how much time a contestant has to prepare for the next level and what an organization believes that they can achieve and they can accomplish with her in the months between her winning her title and going to that next level. So guys, don't worry about Miss USA. I have great faith in her. I am still going to be researching the contestants. I plan on doing a Miss Universe favorites episode, so please stay tuned for that. I'm very excited for Elle. I cannot wait to see this year's competition. I don't know if you guys have also seen, they are apparently putting the contestants in a tent for this competition. The final is in a giant tent, so I am hoping that that is going to come together in a great way and that the staging is still going to be beautiful and impressive. I know a lot of people are scrutinizing the tent idea. I agree, I understand, but this isn't your typical wedding tent. No, this is massive custom construction, and there's so much that can be done with staging. But the thing that I'm thinking about that is going to be unfortunate if you do something in a venue like that is that you have flat seating versus raked level seating. If you have raked level seating, you can see. If you have flat seating and you're selling tickets for the back row, the person in the back row is really not seeing anything. They have to just rely on the big screen, and the big screen is what people are seeing at home. So might as well watch at home on a large screen than even attend. And that's really how I felt about the 2019 edition. I went at the last minute, got a ticket that I purchased from somebody else that happened to be in the back. I didn't know that the seating was flat. So when I sat back there, I ended up watching most of the competition on a screen, and you guys can watch the vlog. I vlogged it, right, in 2019. If you want to see what it actually looked like in the venue, I was watching the competition from a screen that was actually right behind me. And so I was trying to see stuff on stage, but you can't see over all of those heads. I was just like, okay, trying to see what was happening. So that is my concern for the viewers. If there are viewers, that's the other thing. Who's going to be able to go with the travel restrictions? So we're going to see how this all plays out, but I wanted to give you guys that update and let you kind of know what's been happening with this, because so many of you have been asking. Thank you so much for watching this episode. I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to share with your friends if you loved it, and to subscribe and hit those notifications so you get updates when new episodes come out.